Reality feels solid, but physics says it isn't. Reality feels continuous, but your brain creates it, frame by frame. And here is the disturbing part. Ancient civilizations were already saying this, thousands of years ago. What if the idea that reality is an illusion is not science fiction, but a question humanity keeps rediscovering whenever it reaches a certain level of knowledge? Tonight, we are not here to prove anything. We are here to understand why the same idea keeps returning. Higher history, beyond the limits of recorded history. Let us start with something verifiable. Modern neuroscience agrees on one thing. You do not experience reality directly. Your brain does not receive the world, it constructs it. Color is not out there. Sound is not out there. Even the sense of being a stable self is an internal process. What you live in is a model. This is not a metaphor. It is how perception works. Now here is where the past quietly steps in. More than 2,000 years ago, ancient Indian thinkers used a word, Maya. It did not mean fake. It meant mistaken appearance. The world exists, but not in the way we instinctively believe. Forms change, identities change, only the underlying reality does not. This idea does not remain isolated. In ancient Greece, Plato describes prisoners in a cave. They see shadows on a wall, they hear echoes, and they call this the world. When one prisoner escapes and sees the source of the shadows, something breaks permanently. The problem is not that the shadows disappear. The problem is that they were never the source. Plato is not talking about caves. He is talking about perception. The same pattern appears again in ancient Egyptian thought. In later Gnostic texts, the material world is described as structured, ordered, but limited. Not evil, not meaningless, but incomplete. Now pause. Because in 1999, this ancient structure reappears, almost unchanged, in the Matrix. Humans live inside a reality that feels consistent, logical, complete. The illusion works because nothing feels wrong inside it. This is important. The Matrix did not invent the idea. It translated it into modern language. Long before the film, philosophers like Jean Baudrillard were already describing a world of representations replacing reality itself. Later, a philosopher and physicist, Nick Bostrom, asked a serious question. If advanced civilizations can run simulated realities, and if simulations vastly outnumber base realities, then statistically, being inside a simulation becomes plausible. Not certain, but plausible. And now comes the convergence. Ancient traditions say, reality is a veil. Science says reality is a model. Technology says we can build convincing illusions, virtual worlds, artificial intelligence, synthetic perception. For the first time in history, humans are creating environments that feel real enough to deceive the mind. And that raises a question the ancients would recognize. Why did they warn us not to trust appearances? They had no computers, no neuroscience, no equations. Yet again and again, they said the same thing. Do not confuse perception with truth. Do not mistake the stage for the source. Maybe the illusion is not a prison. Maybe it is a test. A place where consciousness learns to recognize itself. And perhaps the most dangerous moment is not living inside an illusion, but becoming capable of creating one, without understanding consciousness at all. So the ancient question remains. If reality is an illusion, what happens when we finally see through it? Follow, comment, subscribe for more incredible videos about mysteries and forgotten knowledge from past civilizations. Higher history, beyond the limits of recorded history.